Here's an easy list of tax deed states that you can target today so you can unlock the tax lien and deed business like this Rubik's Cube and start finding some of the best deals of your lifetime within the tax deed business. So let's get right to it. Why I love tax deeds is you can get these properties mortgage free. They're off-market properties, and it is one of the best times in history to get started in this business. So on the West Coast, the deed states that are going to be easy to get going are going to be like Washington, Oregon, California, Idaho, and Utah, okay? So these are going to be your West Coast auctions. So if you're on the West Coast, anything within a 2-hour radius of you, you should be going to. This is your backyard. You need to get familiar with these auctions. You need to see some of these states have over-the-counter property sitting there right now. And it should give you motivation because for every 100 people who watch this video, at least 2 or 3 of them will take action today and get an over-the-counter tax deed that will change their life. It's just up to you if you're going to act on the information in this video. So for example, like Washington does a lot of their sales in the fall. California could do them in the spring, but it changes all the time. So you need to be on top of it, all right? So let's move on to the center of the United States where your tax deed sales are, and then we'll go to the East Coast. Now, if you're just tuning in, I'm Dustin Hahn. I've been doing tax liens and deeds for a long time. This channel is here to help you as a beginner use this business model to get into real estate and get life-changing deals for yourself. So if you like this content, it helps the channel, give this video a thumbs up, would be much appreciated. From there, to make sure you don't miss out on future content and you're in the loops you can learn, make sure to subscribe to this video and ask a question in the comments. And for anybody tuning in, I give away a totally free mini course on this business, ABCs of Tax Lien and Deed, 100 Tax Lien and Deed facts you must know, how to get a deal within 30 days, a full mini course, absolutely free, no credit card, nothing required. Click the more info button below and you can grab that. If you already have it, then you might want to book a call with us and we'll help you get this business going as well, okay? So as we get into the center here, Center USA tax deed sales that are awesome. We got North Dakota as a deed state, Minnesota, Kansas, New Mexico, Alaska. Well, actually, Alaska's on the West Coast. I forgot Alaska, okay? Apologize for that. We got Arkansas, Oklahoma, New Mexico. Here's a nice thing about some of these places. A lot of these places have really small counties, and you can scoop up some really great deals in these small counties. Here's one of the golden rules to keep in mind that I always say, and that is, easy to get information equals a waste of time, money, and energy. Hard to get information is what you want. So for example, the harder these counties are to find the information, the better it is for you, because that means less people are going to be able to get that information. What do I mean by that? You call the county and you say, when is the tax deed sale? And they say, we don't do tax deed sales. Some people might just leave. Instead, rephrase the question and say, well, what happens to the property where the homeowner doesn't pay the taxes? And they say, oh, that goes to the sheriff's sale. Like, away you go, right? So you might call and say, hey, do you have any over-the-counter tax deeds? And then they might say, no, we don't do that. And then you say, well, what happened to the properties that didn't sell at the tax deed auction? It's like, oh, those are in our inventory. You know, same thing. So you got to ask the right questions in this business, and you can absolutely do it. You just need to put in some elbow grease. It's very possible for you to be making 10 to 50 grand a month in this business, even starting with very, very little. Okay, so now let's move on to the East Coast. All right, and if you're just tuning in, thanks for watching. Make sure if you like this stuff, thumbs up, subscribe so you don't miss the channel. All right, so on the East Coast, we're gonna have Michigan, deed state, Pennsylvania. We're gonna have Maine. We're gonna have Massachusetts. All right. You're going to have Virginia, North Carolina out there on the east. Now, Pennsylvania is really cool. We've done lots of deals in Philly. They do auctions every single month, which is great. Now, one thing to keep in mind is you won't find as many over-the-counter tax deeds in places that do auctions every single month. And the reason is because they have an auction every month. There's no need for them to put it into inventory. They're just going to roll it into the tax deed sale for the next month. So that's super important to keep in mind. And this business is truly like a bit of a Rubik's Cube. Now, here's why it's important for you to go to these sales, even if you're not interested in your backyard. What's super important to keep in mind is this business, there's 3,300 counties, okay? And that's great because every county does things a little bit different. And this keeps a lot of people out because they don't want to learn how to do it 3,300 different ways. And that's cool, but it's not actually like that. It's basically every county has its same set of rules. The same way driving in your state has its own set of rules you follow, the speed limit, the parking, all that sort of stuff. So just because you can drive in your state, does that mean you can't drive in another state? No. You cross that state line, you look at the speed limit, you look at where to park, you're flying, you're doing fine. Tax deed investing is the same way. So learn your own backyard, and then you can translate that to other counties. Once you show up, you get the rules of the road, boom, you're flying, okay? You can do this business. You have to believe in yourself. You have to take action and prove that you can do it, because there's thousands of people who are doing it, and I've helped a lot of people as well. So if you really want some help with this business, there's a link below. You can book a call. You can speak with either me or one of my teammates. We can show you where to go, what to do, what not to do, and save you 3 to 5 years of trial and error. Click the more info and just make sure to get this. This is the fundamental training. You know, this is the, I don't want to call it the Bible, but it is the best free training out there. Everything is on demand, totally free. I used to sell this stuff. Now I give it away to just help the community and introduce you to Tax Liens and Deeds. So there's a link to that. You have to click the more info button below, and make sure to ask a question in the comments. Share this video with anybody you want to get into this business. Learn it, do it, and make sure to subscribe. I really appreciate you tuning in, and I'll continue to do my best to help you in this business. All right, see you soon.